Don't buy the GDI. Don't buy a Kayongeza. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Hi, Arthur here. And of course today I want us to talk about how do you know what car is right for you. Of course we've been having all these conversations of this car is good for this car is bad for this, don't buy this car because of this. And there are so many reasons, of course, that I share. And for example, someone was asking me the other day, why shouldn't I buy a Duet? Because he was trying to compare a Duet to a Vitz. And I was telling him, buy a Vitz any day. But it seemed like he really wanted a Duet, and I told him the Duet is not recommended, but you can buy it if you really want. Because if you really want it, then you can be able to stomach all the suffering that you go through while you drive a Duet. The same thing happens with a Kayongeza. Don't buy a Kayongeza. The same thing happens with all those Daihatsu cars. There's that Daihatsu Terios car. Don't buy it. I tell you, the Pajero, this is my Pajero IO, what we call the GDI. Don't buy the GDI. But if you really want the GDI, buy the GDI. After all, the suffering will be important for you, and it will be a lesson. And it will be worth it at the end of the day because you decided, it was a decision that you made, that nobody helped you. Let me remind you, my channel is for the love of cars. And the handle is @ForTheLoveOfCars Uganda. You know, YouTube brought YouTube handles, so you can actually go to the channel with the handle @ForTheLoveOfCars Uganda. Go to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button, invite friends to come and see the content of this channel. So today I want us to talk about how to know which car is good for you, and so that you stay away from getting the car you want and getting the car you need. I have only 5 points that I want us to try. 1, what do you do? What is your profession? As in, are you a lawyer? Are you a doctor? Are you a performing artist and marketer like me? Are you a fundi? You're a builder? Are you an engineer? Are you a farmer? What do you do? Are you an admin? Are you a writer? Are you a teacher? What do you do? Because this should influence, let's say, 50% of your decision when you go to buy a car. Normally when I help people do pre-purchase inspection, I ask, what do you do? Because when you tell me what you do, I start picturing in my head which cars would actually look good for you, which cars would give you respect for the kind of job you do. And then I give you the options, and then we start looking at them together. Now, what do you do? For example, if you're the kind of farmer that has a big farm, and let's say you farm watermelons, and every now and then you bring watermelons out of the farm, you take them to the market, you take them to schools, or you have you have sweet potatoes and you sell sweet potatoes yourself. Buying a car like a Paso would actually be doing yourself a disservice. A farmer that has about 25 million to 30 million, don't go to the bone and start buying a Toyota Wish. Use 20 million to buy a double cabin pickup, and then use the 5 million to patch it up, to make it very good, because it's very hard to find a pickup truck that is 30 million that is perfect. So you buy a pickup truck about 20 million and use the rest of the money to patch it up, and then this double cabin pickup will serve you not only to take your kids to school, to drive you here and there, but it also serve as a pickup truck. I mean, you pack things in the back, yeah? So if you're a farmer, I would normally, and you have a big budget, I would normally recommend that you buy a pickup truck. But if you're still a farmer and like you don't have a lot of money, then you can decide to buy cars like the Probox. You can buy a G Touring. You can buy a Caldina. Still, they have a big boot. You can still buy a Fielder or a Wish if you wish. But you know, the thing that happens is if you use luxury cars in farming, they will lose value too fast. And you don't want that. Yet a double cabin pickup will not lose value. The more you use the double cabin pickup and people see, oh, he's using it here, it actually gains value. So you need to understand those things. If you're the kind of person like, if you are a manager, let me give you an example. If you are an accountant and let's say every day you go to work, you go to this company, that company, you're going to help them work on their books and all, you're filing returns. It doesn't make sense for you to have a Paso, because every place you go, they definitely give transport, okay? They refund transport money. Like to some saja oromo no mchala avuga kapaso kanyode 15 kamuwo mtwalo. You get it? But also you need a car that shows people that okay siri wa rahisi, so that when they're negotiating na mtu wa rahisi, you get. So you need to make sure that you actually have a car that works for that. So your profession should be in mind. And for those, if you don't know, I do pre-purchase inspection of cars for the people that want to buy cars. I'm not a broker, no. I don't sell cars, but I can help you inspect the cars that you want to buy and help you choose the right choice for the kind of person you are, the right choice in terms of health of the engine. And when I come to do pre-purchase inspection, I come with my mechanic, and all you do is pay 350,000 to go through cars for 2 days. And if you don't have options, no worries. For those 2 days, we also help you sketch around for the good options. And my goal is always to get a good deal for you. I'm always in your favor. But the 350,000 pays for 2 days for me and a mechanic to come and help you make the right decision. Me, I come as a guardian angel to tell you that yotojigura wa demuji, yotojigura tekusana, yotojigura genda way back. Normally, I tell my people actually go and think about it. Reason number 2, how to know which car is right for you. Are you buying a car for the daily drive? You drive it every day, home, work, home, work, home, work. Or are you buying a car for parties? Because these are two different things. If you're buying a car that you're going to be driving Monday to Monday, you need to look at so many things. Like you need to look at the durability. You need to look at fuel consumption. You need to look at cost of maintenance, because a car that you drive every day, will definitely have a lot of things that break down periodically. You'll fix it more than usual. Yet a car that you take to the party, it might never really break down. For example, if you already have a first car and you want to buy a second car, you can buy a Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, I'm passionate about Mercedes-Benz, but Mercedes-Benz will be my third car. So you need to also realize, am I buying this car for the daily drive? Am I buying this car to go for parties only and I'll leave it at home? Okay? Then reason number 3, will you use the car for carrying things? Because there are cars that they were not made for carrying things. They are meant for carrying the 5 passengers. If they're made for 5 or 7 passengers, you don't put sacks of sweet potatoes. Like the Harrier Kawondo. The Harrier Kawondo is a very good car, but it was not made to carry stuff. The shocks actually die quickly if you start using that car to carry stuff. That's why you find that if you see a Harrier Kawondo in the village, you realize it's in very bad shape. Normally it's the shock absorbers. So Harrier Kawondo was not meant to carry stuff. So don't use it to carry stuff. If you're the kind of person that's going to be using your car, like me, my car does everything. I put firewood, I put charcoal, I put whatever. If you're going to be using your car for that, I would also suggest you buy a car that is powerful, first of all. You buy a car that is reliable. You buy a car that can handle the terrain. You get. And normally, if you're going to be using your car for heavy lifting, then I recommend that you get a car that is 1.8cc and above. Leave the 1.5cc cars for people like me that only use our cars for family trips, go to work, go to school, go back home. You get. For us, we can manage 1.5cc cars. But if you're going to be using your car to heavy lift, 1.8cc and above should be your choice of cars. Then point number 4 is, do you want to save money or not? Do you want to save money or not? Because majority of the time when people come to the field, I help a lot of people buy cars, and normally when they come to buy a car, they come with a specific image in their head, and it takes a sober mind to actually put them in the right place. Okay, what do you do? I'm a business person. Okay, what business? I have a shop. Okay, do you have sufficient capital already? Yes. But I want a car. And then you realize that maybe the car they want should not be the one they are buying. Maybe they can buy a much more cheaper car, save some money for capital, because, well, this is realistic. We all want to drive comfortable cars. We all want to drive monster cars. We all want to drive cars that are very nice, that look nice, that people will look at us and feel envy. But come on. Who cares? I mean, do you want to save money? Do you really want to still have... Normally, I tell people that if you're coming to buy a car with me, tell me the actual budget and I'll deduct 1 million. If, for example, you come to me and you tell me, I want to buy a car at 10 million, I'll tell you we're going to get a car at 9 million. Why? The 1 million, if we don't spend it at all, is for you to take back to your business. Okay, but if you buy a car at 9 million, because there is no car you're going to buy that doesn't have work to do. Even if you went to the bond and bought a car, it will still have a lot of work for you to do on it. So I normally tell people, if you want to buy a car at 10 million, we're going to buy one at 9, and you use the 1 million to make it better. Simple. So do you want to save money or not? Now, if you're the kind of person that is looking to save money, first thing you need to do is stop being too specific about the kinds of car you want to buy. Don't jump katale you want to save money. I don't go gaba njagala gula Mac XC yuka njagala obachi. You will get ripped off because people will keep bringing Mac X's to you and they'll price them highly because they know you're not going to buy any other type of car. You get what I'm saying? So it's important that if your goal is to save money, try and be flexible with the types of cars. Okay, but the person that you go to inspect with should be as honest to tell you which challenges you're likely to get with the cars that he's recommending for you to buy. Okay, but if you're not there to save money, then my brother, we marry Goga, buy whatever car you want. But if you're there to save money, if you want to save money, don't be too specific about the brand, about the type. Of course, if you're there to save money, then definitely means that you don't have a lot of money. So focus on Toyotas only, but even the Toyotas, forget of some Toyotas like Duet, what was that? The Terios, the Nyongeza. There are certain cars in Toyota. Don't buy the Dudu Steel. There are those cars that really disturb that I don't want you to buy. And then number 5 is, how long do you plan to drive the car? Because it's very important before you choose to buy a car. If you're the kind of person that's going to drive the car for 5 years, you have to really think. You're going to for 5 years. You need to get a car that you really want. Okay? Because 5 years is not a small period of time sitting in a car that you're not comfortable in. You'll end up getting frustrated with tuning. One time I was in the market, we were going to buy a car for a certain follower of mine. And I was telling him, all these cars are good offers. But with the kind of field you are in, you're not going to be able to drive this car for a year because bagenda jikutamia. So if you're planning to drive a car for a long time, buy a car that you're not only going to be comfortable in, a car but that your girlfriend or wife or kids will also be comfortable in. Okay? A car that you'll be comfortable driving to meetings. Okay? You need to make sure that you know that. I'm going to buy a car, drive it to just a year, and then sell it, and then upgrade. Then I'll go back to the saving of money. Save money as much as possible. You get. So we have covered five things to look at before you choose the right car for you. 1, think about your profession. Does it matter which car you drive in your profession? If it does, then go to the cars that will work for you in that profession. 2, do you need the car for daily driving or for parties? But if you want a car for the daily driver, look at reliability, look at fuel consumption, cost of maintenance. Now, then, would you be using the car for carrying things? If you're going to be using the car for carrying things, then focus on cars that are 1.8cc and above because they have more power. Okay? Now, and we said, 4, do you want to save money or not? If the kind of person that wants to save money, stop focusing on the type of car and then focus on the health of the car because, well, at the end of the day, you want to have money in the pocket. And we say number 5, how long are you going to be driving the car? If you're going to be driving the car for like 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, buy a car that you really want because trust me, driving the same thing for 10 years, it's like marrying a woman. If you're going to be, you choose your girlfriend to marry her, just not going to be with this woman for the rest of your life. Or her bad manners. Are you going to be able to stomach them? Forget about the beauty, forget about the way she dresses, forget about the way she talks, forget about her eyes. Focus. Are you going to be able to stomach all the negatives that she has for the next 50 years or until you die? If you won't, then you don't marry her. It's the same thing happens with the cars. If you're going to be driving a car for a long time, my brother, be careful with the choice. Arthur again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the love of cars. And I tell you that I do pre-purchase inspection of cars. I sell car tracking devices. If you have a car, your car is your asset. It's important that you protect it. That Omubi Wajiba, you get it back within like 3 hours. That's what our tracking devices are. You can turn off the engine remotely. You can see where the car has been. Okay, you can get alerts when someone taps it, when someone goes over the speed limit. So buy tracking devices from us. They are very reliable. Our tracking device will outlive your car. You'll get to sell the car, remove the tracking device, put it in another car. So Don't forget to call me for tracking devices. Also, I do pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car, don't make a mistake. You need someone like me that will slap the hell out of you when you're making a mistake and tell you, no. Togura, wake up, come back tomorrow. You need someone that like me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Ciao.